All right, now we're doing 7Q. See you next happy year. This is by Mr. Zizo Scream, and 90% of people like it. We're saying bye to our best friends. See you next happy year. Happy year is the year with only distinct digits, right? Like 2018. Given the year, we're going to find the next happy year, or the closest year, we'll see our best friend. All right. Year, of course, is always positive. Have no fear. It's guaranteed that the answer exists. It's not necessary that the year passed to the function is a happy one, and input year within the range of 1,000 to 9,000. All right. So this one, it's going to return this number, this one, this number, and whatnot. All right. So for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to do a while loop, and we're going to say while. And then we're going to, since we're dealing with a set, since we're dealing with unique digits, we're going to need to use the set constructor. And the set constructor lets us create set objects that store unique values of any type, whether primitive values or object references. All right. So basically, we're just going to say new set. And inside here, we're going to have year. But we're also going to do plus year, because we're just going to iterate through to the next year, until we find the year that's unique. Okay, so set plus year. Now we have to turn this year into a string. So we're going to put this in parentheses and use the string constructor. String constructor right there. And then if you don't know what the string constructor is, basically it's just a function that performs type conversion, right? So it turns it from a number into a string. Now we're going to split this string up into an array where every digit is its own element. So we're going to say dot split by the spaces in between the characters. And split, if you don't know, is a method that takes a pattern and divides a string into an ordered list of substrings by searching for the pattern. In this case, it's the spaces in between the characters, putting the substrings into an array and returning the array. All right. So every character is going to be in its own element. So now we've got that going on. So what we want to do is we want to find the size of this set. Now with sets, we don't do dot length. What we do instead is we do a dot size. So dot size, and here's size right here. It's just an accessor property that returns the number of unique elements in the set, right? So we're going to do a dot size, and now that we've got the size of that, we're going to see if it's less than 4, okay? Because if there are 4 different unique elements, then it will be the size 4. And if it's under 4, we're going to go to the next year, right? And now that we've taken care of that, we're going to close this thing off with a semicolon. This is like one of the only times in this JavaScript that we actually have to do this. Because if we don't, then when we return year, it'll mess up. I'll just show you what will happen. See, test it out. And it'll do this, which is not cool. So we do this to close it off, test it out, and it works. Attempt it. Still works. Submit it. Very much like this one, and it's pretty much the same as this. This one's just doing the thing where it puts it in an array, it turns it into a string by saying plus empty string, and instead of splitting it with dot split, and instead of splitting it with the dot split, it just splits it by doing the the spread syntax inside of a brand new array. I mean, whatever. You can do it however you want. But anyway, let's go to my solutions. Just me on this one. Best practice in my opinion. Very much like this one. Very much like this one, I say. And we'll see you next time.